This podcast is sponsored by One Gutter Guard, the premium gutter guard that delivers the highest performance, quality, and value to your customers. From its different mesh filters to its unibody construction, One Gutter Guard can be the difference maker in your business. Are you interested in becoming part of the exclusive dealer network? Contact them today at onegutterguard.com or just give them a call. Now back to our show. Tim, what's up, brother?
What's up, bro? What you got going on back
there? Just loving this this system that we have for starting our shows and loving our VAs, dude. Shout out Angelica and Odie, as Abby as well. But Angelica put this together for us. I think only you could express like how valuable having a VA is. Like, just totally changed the direction of how us two gutter guys. I mean, you're a bit more of a businessman than I am, but we're just gutter guys. Like the way we're doing business with the VA assistants is amazing. I love it.
I wouldn't do business without one again.
Ever again. I kind of want a VA for my wife at home for chores for the kids. Like, I just think you can fit. Well, you know, we have a cleaning lady, but I think a nanny's a little bit out of the budget right now. But I am just relaxing. You know, we've been going hard. We're doing a lot. By the way, we've started a new VA business, Secret Weapons with an S.io. You can check out that website. Timmy's really got something special. Downtown Austin, decided to, it's about an hour and a half from our house, and got some credits. So we just said, what the heck? So we're down here hanging out at the pool, man.
You broke up for a second. Where are you at? What's all those palm trees?
Yeah, so we are at the Fairmont Gold in downtown Austin, about an hour and a half away from our house, and just like forcing myself to do some relaxing, man. Like,
nice little vacation.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, that's important.
Last week, me and you were out in Atlanta, and so I'm still trying to like just recoup from travel. You know, it wasn't like there was a lot of work out there, but it was just nonstop grinding, getting stuff prepared for the summit. So, hey, Lisa. Hey, Robert. What's going on? What's up? Robert, thank you so much for your help and support last weekend, man, out in Atlanta. We really appreciate that. We got to, you guys that are watching are going to see so much awesome content from that experience out there. A lot of it's like super laughable. It was intentionally funny, so it's going to be a good time. And then me and Tim got some educational stuff for you guys to roll out. But Tim, what's your thoughts, your feelings now that you got to go back, because you'd been there before, out to the Georgian this past weekend? What are you excited about, man?
I'm just excited. I think I don't know. I'm just excited because it's going to be really educational. You know, we're going to have good speakers, but the main thing is we're going to have good classes that people are really going to learn a lot of different subjects. Like if you're not in the gutter industry and you want to learn beginner installation techniques, or if you are in the gutter industry and you want to learn advanced techniques, you know, but we're going to have marketing classes, sales classes. I mean, it's going to be very well-rounded and very educational.
I agree. I think that there's something to be said about if you're not currently in the gutter space, but even if you are, like, I don't know everything. I mean, there's not a lot I can be taught about installation, but there's a lot of the business side that I'm still learning from guys like Tim and just my counterparts. I mean, even guys in the group, Chris, Tina, Corey, Robert Schultz, Bubba Phil, like there's a little nugget from everyone of how to grow and networking at an event. Go ahead.
You'll be able to pick your classes too. So if the beginner class isn't for you, you're not a beginner, don't take that class, you know?
Right.
If you're not interested in the advanced class, don't take that class. Focus more something on marketing or sales or, you know, whatnot. We're going to have tons of different subjects that are going to bring a lot of value, but you'll be able to pick. So that's the cool thing about it.
You know what? I remembered to bring this up, and like There's some people, that know they need to grow, but they're really curious. So let's just take sales, for example. And maybe you're a pretty good salesman. Maybe you're tracking your numbers really good, or just kind of, or not at all. But you're like, hey, man, my closing rate's good. Like, why would I think I need any help in sales? Well, maybe you could come and learn something like tonality. Tonality in sales could help you. Tying the customer down in sales could help you. Remembering to ask for the business could help you. Having a really strong follow-up game could help you. So maybe you think that you're doing some of these things, or maybe you are, and maybe you don't need help in sales. Maybe you just need help in marketing. You can sit down with some marketing wizards and find out if that's the direction you want to go. Tim always talks about that boomerang, right? Of investing money back into your business through marketing. And I think that's one of the most powerful statements. So Tim, that's why I always bring that up. I think it's really huge why don't you just remind us about the boomerang? I just love the way that you talk about that, and maybe someone who hasn't heard it yet.
Well, the best room to be in is the room of improvement. So you always want to be in a room of improvement. And so you always want to constantly grow and learn. But the boomerang theory is basically just marketing. People look at it as an expense. It's really not an expense. It's about knowing how much it cost you. But you shouldn't be doing any marketing unless you're getting a return on it. So always preach knowing your numbers, your KPIs. Once you know that, and you know how much it costs you to get a job, and know your average job is, you'll throw that boomerang out, because you know that boomerang's coming back bigger. And it's, you're putting out your money, but it's coming back with profit. And so that's kind of the boomerang theory.
Yeah, really good. Really good. You know what else was so fabulous there was, Lisa's got a question. Hey, after seeing all the videos of the venue, I'm curious if the rooms you showed were typical for the Georgian, or if they were special extra ones. Man, that's a good question. Okay, so I did a video on a suite room that me and Robert were in. That was a 2-bedroom suite. No, that's what you get when you come to the Georgian. As far as I'm aware, and I checked out a lot of the rooms, Tim saw them as well, but Tim, what kind of room did you stay in? Let me start there. When you were at the Georgian, when you were there last week, what'd they put you in? Like a 1-bedroom suite?
Yeah, 1-bedroom king suite. It was
a suite though, right?
Yeah, it had a kitchen.
Yeah, that's so awesome. Yeah. So you can get 1-bedroom, 1 king suites, 2 double suites, 2-bedroom suites, 3-bedroom suites, and then there's like 5 presidentials. One of them's gone already. I know that. So if you want to go back and take a look at that video I made of that 2-bedroom suite, no, those aren't special, and they're totally reasonable. They're like $200 a night or something, $269. I can't remember what it was, but
it's as much as I pay everywhere else I go. But the rooms are like 3 times as nice, 10 times as
so
nice.
Awesome. Yeah, they're so awesome, and they do. I would say, let's do this as a 80 or 90% of the rooms, because I haven't seen them all. And if you end up getting a room and for some reason it's a unique, but when you're on the website, or you can call and talk to the Georgian. That's how I like to book rooms. That's how I book this room. I book on a third-party site. I call the hotel while I'm booking, and I say, hey, me and my wife are coming in. I'm booking on a third-party site. I don't really get to pick the room. I'd like to pick the room. No different than asking for the business, Tim, from a customer, right? Like, hey, do you want to sign up today? It's the same thing I do when I'm purchasing something. Hey, tell me about the experience I'm going to have, and let me make sure that I have the experience that I want, that I'm after. So all of those 3-bedroom suites, 2-bedroom suite, double suites, like, just call the Georgian and say, I've already got my tickets to the summit. I want to book 9th through the 11th, and hook me up. So from what I see, all of those rooms have kitchens, not kitchenettes, not some BS, full kitchens and amazing views. Tim, that's one thing I noticed. I always go to a lot of hotels, right? And you're like, oh man, I'm going to get this awesome view. And then you get a room and you're just like looking at the side of another building or an alley. The Georgian's not like that. You can see everything from everywhere. Oh, and the Fox Theater is literally what, 20, 30, 40 feet away from the front door.
Did you walk in that place? That place is cool.
It is really cool. I don't know if it's up anybody's alley, but the Lion King is playing during the summit. I'm actually going to be bringing, because we're in the suite, it's like, why not make this a family event? I'm going to bring the kids out. So if anybody wants to bring their kids, my kids will be there. I'm sending them over to the Fox Theater to see the Lion King, get them a little culture. Is that this?
I mean, this place is great if you want to bring your family. There's plenty of places for them to go throughout the day. Activities.
So much.
Yeah, there's everything's around that place.
Lisa's giving away our secrets. Okay, so good morning, Justin. So me and Justin had a really good chat. I just want to shout you out, Justin. I'm watching your growth. Man, you're a humble guy. You're gonna keep crushing it. Thanks for your call the other morning. I help myself just as much when I have calls like that. Justin just needed a little bit of emotional support, and it's cool. You made a comment the other day. I'll leave the name out, Tim, but you know what you said yesterday, that when you teach is when you grow the most, right?
Yeah.
And it's no different. I get a lot of calls just like you do from guys that need business support, emotional support, family support, all that kind of support. And I love those because I practice what I preach. I try to grow at a really high level emotionally. And I'm just excited when I get the opportunity to help with someone or pray with someone. It's really good. Me and Robert Smith have a fair amount of those days. Me and Bubba, me and Schultz. They're good stuff. And that Atlanta area, I guess we're going to talk about that summit area right there, is packed with really cool stuff. And a lot of people think that Atlanta is like just all ghetto or riffraffy or whatever. And don't get me wrong, there's definitely some parts to every major city. But that specific area, I guess it's Midtown, right? Is, man.
Yeah, downtown was a little dirty, but this is nice, clean area. I mean, you can walk all over the place.
It's gorgeous right there. It's really clean. It's a lot of business professionals and stuff. So fun time. What else was really cool was that downstairs where we're going to have the VIP, the cigar rolling and bourbon tasting. That whole little, what do you remember what it's called? What's that place
Speakeasy?
called? Yeah, Speakeasy. Yeah. I guess like that's where they used to like secretly make bourbon and roll it under the street when it was the Prohibition. There's a gentleman there at the Georgian that does those tours, Trevin, and he gave me that like kind of the mini tour of the place. So I'm just gonna tell you guys a little bit about it. I know this isn't necessarily gutter related, but we don't have to only grow in gutter. We can just grow in experience. So where we're gonna have the main speakers in that ballroom is where like Lucille Ball and all those women that were like big in the movies. Because wasn't this thing like this is the early 1900s or something? I'm Lucille Ball, early 19.
I think 1911. 1911, I think is when it was.
I think it was when it was made, yeah. And then of course probably in the 50s or 60s when Lucille and I can't name any of those other affluential women actors of the time, but that's where like they met, and they'd go over to the Fox Theater, and so I could feel the energy, man. I was pumped up over there. I think it's going to be one of the best networking experiences that we could.
That place has a vibe for sure, and a lot of history. A lot of videos were shot there.
Yeah, it's kick butt for sure.
Yeah,
Trevor's the man. Yeah, absolutely. That's cool. So like you can come out there and find out like what all was going on. But here's another thing I like about what we're doing at the summit that is unique to any event that I've really been to. And I've been to a lot of events, not necessarily all gutter conventions, but I've been to a lot of events. And there's always something else going on. We have the whole hotel, the whole convention space. I'm not saying that, maybe one person doesn't have a room or something that has nothing to do with us, but 99% of the people that are going to be in the building are gutter related. And I like that because whether I've met you or not, I'm going to seek you out, shake your hand, introduce myself. and let you know what I have to offer you, business-wise, friendship-wise, partner-wise, whatever it may be. Just I really want to continue to get to know everyone in the industry. So besides all the classes that we're going to have, besides all the speakers, you're going to get to hear me and Tim talk on some powerful stuff. You're going to get to hear our partners, John Majak and John DeLute, talk on some powerful stuff. Tina's going to speak. Corey's going to speak. Who else? We got Tony speakers. Cobb. I mean, Tony Cobb is going to be speaking. Corey and Tina will be up there. There's going to be some people that in the business that are still growing, like myself, still headed at this direction. And they're going to just give away their secrets. That's what we're there. Like, and so come listen to a speaker, take some notes, get with them as soon as they get off stage and be like, hey, could you tell me more about that? Because I think that's where the real growth happens, Tim. You know what I mean? Like you hear something, you slosh it around a little bit and you go, yeah, I think I need to do better at that. And then you go find them. And then a group of people are going to get into that conversation. That's when it gets really powerful. Yeah, like on the bus.
The networking has always been the most powerful every time I've went to an event. It's just everyone starts sharing their experiences and, you know, you can get one little idea that could turn into something huge.
Absolutely. Also, speaking on the vendors that are going to be there, I'm going to give away the secrets, guys. Like, this is the best time to back those vendors into a corner and be like, I want a deal. I want to spend some money with you, but I want the deal of a lifetime. So all these vendors are my friends. Some of them are really close friends of mine. I don't care. Get them backed into that corner. I will help you. If you know me, come find me. Say, man, help me get the best deal. They're over here offering X, Y, and Z. I'll get you a little bit more. I'll get you just a little bit more. I promise you. Lisa's done her research. She can't wait to go.
She's excited, huh?
Yeah, she is. She's proud of us, myself, obviously, but of our team. She loves us, Tim. And she knows how hard we are working, that this is like, I'm not going to say 24/7, but let's call it like 16/6 that we are working on our stuff.
A lot more than you'd imagine, for sure.
It is. It is. All of the Gone with the Wind actors, because the premiere was at the Georgian. Oh, okay. That's right. That's right. Get after these vendors. Come get these deals. Come get me. Let's go talk to the vendors. Let's get you deal of a lifetime. And if you're not coming to spend money, then don't come to spend money. I get it too. Come to learn, come to grow, come to learn how to roll a cigar and sip some really good bourbon, or hop on that bus and go over to Spectra. Robert, I gave the treat to last weekend. I gave him a little glimpse of the Spectra plant, thanks to Scott and TJ over at Spectra. Well, the whole team, Zach, Keith, Big Keith and Little Keith. It's Keith Thompson is in Hawaii right now. He's getting ready to, he's taking a little vacation. I think he's over there for like 11 days or something. Working hard. I talked about that a little bit this morning. You got to make sure you relax. You were on vacation like a week ago, right, Tim? A week or two ago?
Yeah.
Big old family event?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's imperative. Sometimes you just got to shut your brain down. It's not all work. You need to be able to work on your life as well and be well-rounded. Let's see. Oh, my bad.
No, we're good. Go ahead.
I'm trying to put it on. Flicking me off.
Yeah.
Last time I went to a convention, I walked away with a mentor and a friend.
You must be talking about big birds.
The past year or so, probably like 6 or 7 of them.
You've been on a
and roll. Some of them are better than others, but even the worst one paid off for me. Yeah.
Too, let's talk about like what I think a couple big takeaways will be. And we're not here to BS anybody. I think everybody knows me and Tim are straight shooters. This is our first convention we're throwing. It is going to be amazing, but we're going to grow and we're going to learn from it. And our next one's going to be even better. So if you think that me and Tim and our team, there's a lot of players helping put this thing together. If you're doubting that gutter guys can put together a convention for gutter guys, like, you might be kind of crazy. We know exactly what you want because we are you. Like, remember, just because I run some stuff doesn't mean I'm done growing. Like, I want to learn so much. I want to learn more from Mario. I want to learn from Tim. I want to learn from Austin Pelletrino. I want to learn from Chris Dabrowski. I can't wait to spend more time with Tony Cobb, with Tina Hart, like all these people. And then there's small guys that I haven't even got to meet yet, Tim, that we don't even know, that are probably doing stuff that we would be like, oh, that's cool. Go ahead.
Yeah, Robert, that was when I went there, because I've been in the gutter street 20 years before I ever seen anything like that. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, that was wild.
I mean, and that thing never shuts down. It's just 24/7 moving.
Yeah. And I think that, like, I'm comfortable having this conversation about Spectra right now. You know, I work really, really closely with them. My team works really closely with them. And I'm just going to dive into this. There's been some industry problems with Spectra, and Spectra owns those problems. I own those problems. I represent them. And no different than for my own company that I run for Kip, we have problems, you know. Johnny talked about this yesterday, Tim, and I think it's really powerful to say that, like, everything that's on social media is not all glitz and glamour. Like, oh, here it is, Grant's vacationing again. Grant's working like 5 full-time jobs, never stops, 6 kids. Like, this little vacation isn't even nearly as much as what I need to recoup. But back to Spectra. Spectra's plants have been running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for God knows how long. And this is my words, not theirs. But I think some stuff slipped to the wayside over some years. I think probably pre-COVID, gutter business was ramping up again after 2008 and those years. And the gutter business, I've seen it, has constantly grown. And they may have got a little lackadaisical on maintenance. And it's hard to shut something down. And I'll to give you an example, I made a video yesterday of me fixing that machine, Tim.
Mm-hmm. I didn't see that.
I just posted it this morning. All the switches were broken off. Like, Grant doesn't run a perfectly well-oiled machine, even though I'm the coach. Like, things actually happen. And what happens? We're doing 70, 60, 50, 100,000 in revenue every single week. And sometimes we forget to do maintenance, no matter how many systems I got in place. It's very hot here in Texas. The meetings have gotten a little shorter. We typically do that in the summer. The maintenance slips. You know, we're focusing a lot more on the truck maintenance like program right now, like as your check engine light on, the oil change, you know, all that type of stuff. And I have let machine maintenance slip. So I think it's just human error that happened with Spectra. I'd like you guys to give them a shot, meaning you don't have to go start buying their materials today, but watch them grow. Me and Tim and my partners and you guys, the industry, are being very, very vocal with Spectra about some things that they need to fix. And they are fixing it. I promise you, there's no kickback to us.
I mean, when you see a plant like that, you're going to have a complete different perspective.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Then the amount of they have it like broken down to science. Like, it's crazy. I've never seen production like it.
It is wild. It is wild. And yeah, I just want to say, guys, like, I've been talking and dealing and repping for Spectra well before gutter growth. There's no kickback. They don't write people checks for talking good about them online. That's not how this works. Grant's not getting money from them. I like their customer service and I like their pricing. And I've dealt with them for many 18 something years. And I'm with them through thick and thin. And right now they're coming back. Not that they were down, but they've been getting kicked. And they see it and they know it and they hear you guys. But they have fixed those. I'm watching big checks getting written. I'm watching engineers. You saw, Tim, when we were there, they got engineers building out that whole new spot. They're doing new machines. You guys just keep your eye on Spectra. They're doing huge things. And I really respect and love those guys over there. And I think maybe a lot of those guys that used to work there way back in the day when things started falling apart. We got a really, really strong team of directors in there that are bringing back quality control. So I'll just say that about that. Spectre's my people. And the Spectre tour was amazing. One of the coolest trips. Oh, that's right. I forgot Lisa got to do the trip. She was, that's right. I forgot. I was like,
you bring her with you?
No, she was with us. Remember?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I totally forgot. She was a little quiet. She was a little quiet one over in the corner. We took her when we went and talked to Spectre about partnering with us.
Yep. No, I remember now.
So she was there. Thank you for blessing us with all your beauty and grace on that trip over in the corner, being quietly said. It was really cool. So there's a VIP experience if you'd like to go check out the plant, see how there's only 75 tickets being sold. A lot of those I think a lot of them are gone. Those are what we've been selling is the VIPs, if I'm not mistaken, Tim. I haven't been staring at that data, but
yeah, we sold a lot of VIPs. If you want a 10% off, drop the word "grow" in the comments, and we'll shoot you over 10%.
There you go. Hey, I don't know like if it's the right thing to bring up, but I've been getting some DMs about people having some financial troubles, Tim. Like I really want to make it to the summit, but I'm in this group. I'm in that group. I purchased this. I bought 2 new machines. I hired another couple employees. We have, and this isn't my specialty. Do we have a payment plan or something for these people?
Yeah, we got a payment plan. As long as you do it by the 9th, you'll get 4 payments. If you wait till after that, we're moving it to a 3-payment model.
Yep. And then, old Granty boy over here. Listen, if for some reason that payment plan isn't, and I'm talking there's exceptions for 1 or 2 of you. Y'all don't start blowing me up with no BS. My pockets are running dry. We're going to help you make it to the summit if we absolutely must, okay? So if you're someone sitting there going, I just can't do it in 3 payments, reach out to me. Let's see if we can make something happen for you. And let's keep it private. Listen, I know people struggle financially. I've been there. I'm still there. You never struggle if you don't make money a priority, though. Like, you got to be able to take care of your family. And money doesn't mean that much to me, and that's why I don't struggle because, I'm not worried about the return when I work. I just know that I'm building reputation, pushing forward. What else was I going to say that was really – oh, you know what else, man? Their food's pretty bomb at the Georgian.
Yeah, that biscuits and gravy was fire.
Dang, that restaurant was different. No, I thought that was cool, too, how we went and did, like, recon, right? So we don't want to bring no bullshit to you guys, man. This is the gutter industry. We want to stick together. We want to, like, okay, these guys are setting this thing up, and then it just all turns out to be some dry-ass bullshit. My team knows. I told the Georgian, I'm like, we're bringing out no dry-ass chicken, man. My people got it.
No, they got good food.
The food is fire. So the whole thing is going to be fire. Look, reach out to me or Tim, however you want to. Just reach out to us if you're on the fence and you're like, man, conferences are bullshit. Gutter Summit's going to be some bullshit. Let me or Tim sell you on it then. Call us out. Be like, hey, man, I don't need da-da-da-da-da. Talk me into this thing. Give us an opportunity to let you know how we think you're going to grow. We got something for you. I guarantee it. I'll give you an example. Corey J is going to be there, and he's acquiring and buying businesses, right, Tim?
Yeah.
So maybe he wants to buy a lot. Like, can't speak for him, but it sounds to me like he wants to buy a fairly decent amount of the gutter industry. So let's say you're sitting here right now, or you watch this tomorrow or wherever, and you're like, yeah, I am kind of thinking about selling my business. Okay, then it's a no-brainer. Why don't you come sit with me or Tim or Corey J or Tony or Kip or whoever and be like, I'm thinking about selling my business. Let Corey coach you into putting your business exactly how he would want to buy it from you.
And guys, I've sold a business. If you don't have systems and you don't have a business in place, if you're doing everything, you don't have a business to sell. You only got equipment. And that's all you're going to get is the value of the equipment. So unless you're actually got crews working and systems in place, you have to at least be in the salesman spot. Even better if you have salesmen, but you got to at least be in the salesman spot and not doing everything in the business for it to be worth anything other than just the equipment.
Yeah, assets, right? Also, hey, you guys, when you buy one ticket, you get the next one. You get a nice break. If anybody is thinking about buying a ticket and then bringing, 3, 4, 5, I'll give you an example. I'm going to buy a ticket and I'm going to definitely bring my administrator. And then I'm probably definitely going to bring my general manager. And then I'll probably bring like my top salesperson. So I get it. You can't, you bring 12, 13 people. That'd be ideal. We'd love it. But I get it. Finances come into play. So let's say you bring your admin, your general manager, and your top sales guy, and maybe your your most head installer. Reach out to us. We can figure something out for you. If you're like,
hey,
I'm going to bring 5, 6
people, reach out. We'll cut some kind of deal and hook you up.
We want you to be there. We want you to grow, and we want you. And why? I gotta go here in a minute, Tim. But why do we want you to do this? We want the gutter industry as a whole to rise up. The better, we're in the gutter. Well, Tim's not anymore. I'm in the gutter industry, and a lot of people that are mentoring are in the gutter industry. And we're not scared to teach our competition. We want everyone to raise up their prices. We want everyone to install a little bit better, offer a better warranty, train their guys. We want them to pay, $4 a sign, not $8 a sign. We want you guys to have connections on how to get a little bit cheaper of a discount on your machines.
I was talking to someone yesterday that
mentors
paid $400 for 25 signs. I couldn't believe it.
That's wild, man. That should have been $100.
Yeah, never buy local when it comes to printing. If you're buying from your local printing shop, you're going to get screwed.
Yep, absolutely.
I was in the printing business 15 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had a graphic designer that worked for me, and it's called runs. You get put on a run with 20 other jobs, and they print it all at once, and you get it done really cheap on the full color printing. So usually what happens when you're dealing with a local shop that's got a physical location, brick and mortar, they're just doing that and then marking it way up.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all it is. So you're going to pay double or triple.
There's so many different directions we could go with this, but keep looking out for us on Wednesdays. Live in the evening. Look out for us on Saturdays. Some of those
doing a live next Wednesday with Drip Jobs, which is a really cool CRM. It's pretty similar to Jobber, except the communications next level. They have cool. 7 different levels of communication. You got the initiation, you got when you're doing the quote, you got after the quote, and he's got it broken down to 7 different forms of communication, and it keeps it really it's pretty cool.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, hey guys, there you go. What you got?
I always use Dope Marketing.
Yeah, I like Dope. They're at about $4 a sign, correct?
Yeah, somewhere and it's full color. You're not going to print it and see. It's double-sided. You're not going to print it and see through the other side.
Nope. That's who we use. We got all of our signs, our BG signs through them. We were using somebody else and it was double the price. And I'm just like, what the hell's going on here? So we went over to Drip. We cut our costs in half. We got our signs. They threw us a bazillion door knockers for free too, because how large our order was.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I don't know, a couple hundred door knockers for free. I think we usually buy I don't know, Kip's the man. I just be like, Kip, I need 500 signs. Poof. Kip, I need it. Poof.
How many signs are you putting out a month?
We put a sign on every single completed job as well as upcoming jobs. So the sales guys, when they sell them, poof. And it depends on the way the marketing's going. Right now, we're slammed. I'm booked out. I don't even know, man. months, right? So I'm bringing on, I just did some more hires. We'll talk about that in the upcoming future. Just hired some more rookies, you know how I roll. And so we do about 33 and a half jobs a week. So let's say roughly we're putting out, 100 signs already a month just on property. And then depending on how busy we are, like we're slammed right now, I'm not going to go throw signs all over the city. I don't necessarily need more work. I've got too much work right now. But as soon as that dies down, because that's not always the case, I've got a lot of data on, household income, median income, our most popular territory, zip codes, etc. And we'll go flood those areas with signs. And we'll try to put out 100, 150 in a day or two.
Yeah.
Combined with all of our fleet, everything's fully wrapped. So it's not like we're throwing out a bunch of signs and then we only have one truck driving around.
How many of those homeowners let you keep them there for, and how long?
Every single one. Last? Okay, Lisa knows. At least a month.
Now, is there like a conversation you're having with them, or is anyone turned off by it? Like, no, I don't want the sign there.
No, most people aren't. I mean, because we, as best as possible, give them exceptional service. It's just a deal. Like, hey, we've communicated really well up until the job was installed, right? I don't even know how many times we've communicated with them, but I'm going to take a guess here. They called, wanted a quote. They probably got Lisa. Lisa put them date and time. The salesperson called and introduced themselves. Hey, I'm going to see you next Tuesday. Then the salesperson probably called them again that morning. Hey, I'm going to see you at 2. I'm going to be on my way. I'm going to be running early. Then he called 10, 15 minutes out. And they got the quote, whether they bought on the spot or not, whether there was some follow-up. Then they're going to get a hold of Lisa for time and date of schedule, week of schedule. Then they're getting text and email confirmations for week of. I mean, so there's 5 to 10 touches before they get their gutters. Now the installers give them a call, or like our CRM, we just have an on the way button, kind of like Uber. Hey, 45 minutes away. Hey, 30 minutes away. We're en route. So they know we're on the way. They can see us coming. And then that first walk around, then that final walk around, then that follow up of how, it's like, just leave the sign. You had an amazing experience, right? They're like, yeah, just leave the sign, man. Leave it for as long as you want. They're like, yeah, cool. Because they want people, when people feel good, they want to tell people about it and they want other people to know. Like if I got this Psycho Bunny shirt and it's like the softest and smoothest and, it wasn't $700, I'm going to be telling you about it, Tim. Man, you got to go get one of these, brother. I'm not going to leave the freaking tag hanging off of it or anything. Remember used to do that back in the 90s or whatever?
Yeah. Why do we do that?
I don't know, man. Just coming into a couple dollars. But
cool, man.
Yeah, good stuff. Hey guys, we don't want to burn you up. Come check us out, guttersummit.com. And like I said, we've got some pretty fun advertising coming for you guys, thanks to Mr. Robert Smith. So look for those. And we're gonna start a little trend. I'll tell you guys about it now. I know Robert's going to continue to do it, and we have some stuff. So we're going to do something special for someone who makes the coolest Gutter Summit. Where can I find Gutter Summit tickets? So just look for this opportunity. We'll talk about it a little bit more. We're going to put it out there and see what we can do for you. Timmy, I'm going to get out of here and get back to relaxing.
All right, brother. Get back to your vacation.
Later, buddy.
See ya.